While many of you claim that buying a house means a huge loan that may be payable to the bank every month in the form of EMIs, which remain a constant burden throughout a year, it is said that renting a place is a far better option as you don't have to worry about the entire process of buying or constructing your house. This justification may be correct if we disregard certain conditions involved in the same. Today, we'll be speaking about some of those and will try to present you with all the reasons that make us feel renting may just not be the right option for you. This video will help you gain a very good idea about the future that lies ahead for the decision you make. Welcome back to another video on this channel where you'll be learning about renting and what may cause a problem if you live on rent for a long time. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and also leave us a comment below to let us know what you feel about this topic. We'll be touching all crucial aspects involved in this, and we'll also consider all major factors relevant, leading to the kind of experience you have while renting a house for yourself. The confusion that you may have about renting a house or buying one for yourself often takes a while to figure out. While both of them have some good and bad, it becomes very important for you to make sure that the decision you make suits your living style and expectations from that house. In many cases, the freedom that you may have been expecting may just have turned into a myth as the landlord decides not to allow you on certain things that give you pleasure. So, one of the biggest problems that you could face is the lack of freedom in a rented house. However, this may not be the case everywhere. We think this is just the tip of an iceberg when we speak more about why you may feel that your rent is getting wasted. Renting may sound like an absolute waste of money. While this may be true for many, not a lot of people will second this opinion. A lot of this depends on the amount that remains in your bank. This balance has a major role to play when you make a decision, especially with regard to this. Many people may even dream of having a 7-figure salary to buy the things they want. Perhaps owning their house turns out to be the goal that tops the list. Owning a house is often considered to be much easier since the house then belongs to you and you need not renew a contract every year to stay in with your landlord. However, on the other hand, it also means a long list of responsibilities and additional charges that you may incur throughout the process. Renting, on the other hand, as we mentioned, requires a contract, and in fact, that's about it. Renting, therefore, makes the process much easier and seamless. The initial hunt for finding the right place is common for both, so a comparison on that basis may not really be relevant. This affects you even higher when you need to stay near your workplace, where the prices may be through the roof. This means that in such cases, the only more affordable option you may have in your hand is to rent a place. Paying a monthly rent may seem more feasible than accumulating a lump sum amount of money to buy an entirely new house. In both cases, research is a basic necessity. You need to make sure you compare the financial and mental burdens involved in buying a house in such a city where the costs are very high, in contrast to that of just renting one. You'll just be paying a comparatively smaller amount of money to your landlord every month in contrast to what could be an investment in buying your house. The latter may be sounding more lucrative since then you'll be having full rights to where you stay. However, this duration may be too long for you to wait. For a person that has the tendency to keep moving from one place to the other as their job requires, buying a new house may really turn out to be a bad option. This means that the person will have to go through the entire process of selecting and buying multiple times as he changes locations, making his life much more burdensome. Buying a house also comes with a tendency of increasing the financial burdens that you may already have. You need to make sure that all such decisions are based on pure comparisons after taking into account the amount of debt you may already have. This debt may be in the form of education loans as well. In some cases, you may have to give away more of your salary every month for not only the loan that you had earlier, but also the housing loan you may take. On top of all of this, further charges and burdens throughout the process will squeeze your pocket way too much. Comparing both these situations, renting gives you the flexibility of choosing a smaller place or a place with high value for money, as it will give you much higher control over your finances. Renting, therefore, could be a very effective financial tool in helping you stay afloat during hard times. You can even save the amount you're left with after paying off your rent for the new house you want to have. This will take a bit longer, however, this will keep your financial stability high and will also provide you with flexibility on how you spend your money. Buying a house is a very long-term commitment. This is the reason this is not suitable for a person who has the tendency of shifting to a new place every now and then for various reasons such as job requirements. This means that for a new person who just started earning recently, it may be the best option for him to rent a place rather than buying a new one. Being young and dynamic, there are high chances that you may have to move to different places to work. This will require you to keep shifting houses and hence could be a burden that you in the initial stages may find hard to face. One thing that can be clarified through all the above discussions is that home ownership may cost a lot more than just the monthly payments that are seen in the rents. You need to be sure that you invest in the best possible places and the best times to make a good benefit out of your house in case you buy one and later give it out to rent. Doing so will certainly add up to the responsibilities as you will now have to assist your tenant in case of any leaks or damages. Furthermore, there will be taxes and other insurances that you may have to avail to make sure you're secured. All these things will consider higher, and therefore, both of them could turn into an apple-to-apple comparison. The decision you make must depend on your financial position and the level of privacy, ownership, and freedom you're looking forward to having. This will also tell you about the best take you can have and, therefore, happier life through the decision you've taken. Renting will always give you a better edge due to higher flexibility. This will also provide you with a lot of choices as investments in this field seem to be going high. Even though there will not be any forms of returns on the rent you're paying, it can also not be considered a waste of money since you may not be in a financial position to buy a new house just yet. Under such situations, renting will become your best bet and the option that gives you more financial flexibility, speaking of the major difference between both. It is the amount that you may have to spend on maintenance that depends on the age of the house as well. This amount, in case you're living on rent, will be saved as all damages are to be resolved by the landlords of the house. Though you may not have an option to make major modifications in the house, this may be done through prior permission of your landlord. Your stay at any place, be it on rent or your own, will vary based on the duration that you spend in it. If you're planning for a duration based only on the job that you have, it might be considered to rent out a house because of the high uncertainties involved. You may have to move elsewhere based on the kind of work you have, and owning your own house, with high maintenance and a considerable initial investment, it may turn out to be a problem for you in the hard times ahead. The question of owning a house is more about your financial status. It may work out for some, while it may not really be the right option for others. The best way is to figure out the amount of money that you can spend at a time and try to figure out the impact it could have on your financial status. We hope you liked this video. If you did, hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel. Make the best financial decisions and meet us here to learn more all about such topics.